So here we are at Crecy, the site of the medieval battle in 1346. Crecy's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, to be honest, unless you're taking the back roads from roughly the Abbeville, Normandy area, heading roughly towards Calais, and then you might come past this way. We've obviously come looking for it. We've used the sat-nav. We've finally found the spot. The battlefield's not well marked, to be honest. It's only when you turn up a side road you finally see a tatty little sign saying that this is the battlefield. And I'm guessing that this big wooden tower is an observation post that allows you to look over the field of battle. And I suspect, I'm not sure, but I suspect that this might be the site of the windmill, which is where the Black Prince and Edward III anchored their position. But we'll see when we get up there. Okay, so we're now here at Crecy. The village of Crecy is just down here on the right. And if we follow the ridge along in front of us, that's the village of Wadicourt up there. And essentially the English army was positioned just in front of us, about 100 metres from just where you see that little hedgerow there and those trees. That's where the Black Prince was positioned on the right, obviously the heir to the throne. And the English army was all the way along this ridge, about half of it archers, if the stories are to be believed. And the Earl of Northampton was commanding on the far left there. And as you can see, they're in a pretty commanding position looking down into the valley. And what happened was Philip of France, his army came from way over there trying to overtake and trap the British army, cut them off presumably, and then did a flank attack, if you like, turned from the line of march to the left and advanced straight up that low ground there up towards this hill, and basically just ran into an arrow storm. It must have been absolute murder down there in that valley, advancing uphill towards this position, just into that storm of arrows from the English archers. And of course, when they finally got there, up onto the bank to fight at close quarters, they were pretty much hammered before they even got here. And the rest, as they say, is history. Now, we've just come from Normandy, where on the first day of D-Day there were about 5,000 casualties over an area of about 40 miles along the beaches. Down in that valley there were as many casualties in a square mile. It was an absolute butcher's yard. It must have been. And it's a beautiful bit of countryside now, perfectly open. You can see for miles. It must have been one hell of a sight on the day. Yeah, again, another beautiful piece of French countryside, quite innocuous. But once upon a time, many hundreds of years ago, brave men died here.